What up, guys? You're accessing your consciousness with Dante and Darrel. Enjoy this episode.
Hello, guys. Welcome. Dante, start us off. Explain to the people who you are.
Sick, man, sick. So my name is Dante Hitt. Uh, the short version of my, hero's journey and spiritual awakening is I did a lot of drugs, overdosed, almost died, worked for some self-development / dating companies, went on a lot of, did a lot of programs, bought a lot of courses, pushed myself a lot, but reached a point where I kind of lost everything. I got my car repossessed, dealt with health issues, lost a lot of friends, was just smoking consistently, drinking consistently, not doing hard drugs anymore after high school, but my life was just dead. I was like dead, but not dead. I was zombied out. And up until about 2 weeks ago, actually, week and a half, I had like so much pain that it just created so much leverage, and it woke me up to like myself, if that makes sense. And I, let smoking go. I let drinking go. But it was easy. Like it wasn't hard. Like before, I would try to quit. I must have tried to quit about 100 times. It was so difficult. And then the past 2 weeks, I had this realization of myself. I stepped into more of my energy. I was grounded in more of my energy. And then I started watching, more videos by people like Aaron Doughty or Bashar or Eckhart Tolle, things that I even encountered previously. I read, Power Up Now. I watched videos before, but they didn't hit home. It didn't land. I didn't really feel it. I didn't connect to it. But I guess all that pain I had experienced and all these narratives of how my life should look and what I should be doing created so much pain that it opened. It created an opening, and I woke up. That's the best way I can really describe it. And it's getting stronger each day that passes. I'm having more realizations and epiphanies, and all I'm focused on right now is just following my excitement and helping other people expand their consciousness and, more accurately, gain access to their consciousness. So that's the intent that I have with my boy fucking Darrel right here with us, and I'm really excited to go on this journey with you. We're both growing ourselves. We're not perfect. I'm not by any means enlightened, but I think we have some cool realizations and epiphanies that are valuable and we'd like to share with you.
Awesome. And dude, that was awesome. Like, amazing. And
thank you, bro.
Yes, man. Like, that was opening, bro. This is how you open a fucking podcast.
Hey, guys, edit none of this. Keep it all in.
bro, this is all 100% in, because what this is right now and what you are listening to right now is 100% transparent podcast. We are two individuals going on our spiritual paths. None of us claim to be enlightened. We don't claim to know all the answers. I'll give you a background of who I am. I am a person who 5 years ago decided I did not want to be a part of the existing system. I did not want to go and repeat what has been happening. I didn't want to get a job. I didn't want to go to school. I dropped out of high school my senior year. So did Dante. Okay? And all of a sudden, I went through this phase of trying to make money online, trying to figure out a way to earn income online. And amazingly enough, I met a person who changed my life. They introduced to me Abraham Hicks. And I watched a few Abraham Hicks videos, and at the time, I was highly religious. And then I watched these videos, and then I opened my mind. I figured out there was a whole nother world out here, man. There is a whole nother world. And then all of a sudden, something changed. And I just saw things differently. I studied law of attraction. That was my main focus. And through studying law of attraction, I met several mentors. Alan Watts, Abraham Hicks, Bashar, Eckhart Tolle, and so many more others, all equally contributing to the person I am today. And also, simultaneously, I was going through a very hard time in my life. Very, very hard time in my life, dealing with problems at my home. And I had to figure out a way to change my focus. I had to change my life. I had to change where I was thinking, the directions I was taking, etc. And waking up further, self-vlogging really every day to myself, over 50 videos of myself just teaching myself consciousness, that I have epiphanies. I never shared these videos, I just vlogged my journey, and all of a sudden I met Dante like this week, and and all of a sudden we both were like, dude, we're waking up heavily, we need to get on a podcast, we need to start something. And this is what Access Your Consciousness is. It's two people exploring their consciousness, and we aim to open your mind and help you to access your consciousness.
Fucking love that, man. Fucking love that. And you're seeing like again, like he said, transparent. So we're not putting on a front. We're not trying to look cool. We're not trying to get this to the number one podcast in the world. We're not trying to make $1 billion with this podcast. You're going to hear us unfiltered. And even like when I first began talking, like, 10 seconds ago, you could feel it was rushed, it was hurried. But now I'm letting the excitement of just speaking and enjoying the moment kind of rise up. That's the energy we want to give you with each of these episodes, and just talk about things that we're excited to talk about, that we're learning, that we're realizations we're having for ourselves. One thing before we start this podcast we thought would be a good topic is I was putting my Steam account. If you're familiar with Steam, play video games. And I'm not playing video games anymore. I don't feel the need to do that anymore. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna sell it. And people were tripping out on the price, and it was just the whole thing. And it got me triggered because they were triggered. Even though, we practice this stuff, we're aware of this stuff, we're following our excitement. So proof, again, that we're not enlightened by any means. We're not making any claims to that. But we thought it'd be a good topic to talk about unconsciousness and being triggered and sucked into low vibration, dense, contractive, negative energy, toxic energy.
Yeah, and
you wanted to comment,
something. Something to add to that is like something that I just thought of. I know people listen to this podcast. You're gonna love it, and the reason you're gonna love it, well, there's many reasons. Everyone has different perspectives, but one reason is because of how real this is. Like, I know that you have tried to follow the Law of Attraction books, and you've learned spirituality. You learned about chakras. You've been cleansing auras, you have a few crystals, you've been saging every day. But sometimes you fuck up. and you're like, God damn it. You're like, God damn it, I passed this lesson already. I passed this shit already. Why is the universe trying me up again? And that's why you listen to this podcast, because we're gonna be open and honest with you, man. Your experience as a human being, you are going to fuck up. It just happens. But you don't have to judge yourself so harshly. You don't have to have this filter of, oh, I already passed this, I shouldn't go through it again. There's gonna be repeating circumstances, repeating events. But it's not how you think of yourself in this big frame of mind, like, oh, I'm perfect. No. It's about the simple understanding of, I'm a human, having a human experience, I'm learning, I'm getting better. And that's what we're doing. We're sharing our journey, we're sharing what we get better at, what we're learning about, how we're tackling ideas, topics, etc.
I love that. And to add on that, it's like sometimes you need to experience that same type of energy in that certain type of way, because like, oh, I'm past that, I'm above that. Like, that's your ego. That's not enjoying the experience of life and following, where the moment takes you and following your excitement. Sometimes you need to experience that because you haven't, quote unquote, gone past it yet. You're not through it. You're not above it. You're still, and that's okay. And it's like me getting triggered. That's part of my journey. That's part of learning and stepping into the flow state, the flow, the fucking life.
Man, I tell you guys, something that you're going to learn about this podcast, man, is that we're going to bring you a lot of information. Anything that we learn, you're going to receive. This is an open ledger for us to just share experiences, life, events. And I really feel like people are going to develop an amazing connection with us. We've already developed social media accounts that you can follow us on. I don't remember them off the top of my head, but they'll be in the description.
Yeah, so they're all different kind of names with the same name, so it's a little. We'll have it in the description of this episode if you guys want to check them out. And and follow us on whatever platforms that resonate with you the most.
And connect with us, man. Like, don't just follow us and just lurk. Come on, comment on our stuff. Tell us how you're doing. How do you feel? We'll respond. We're real people. Even if we blow up and have 1 million comments, I will hire someone to literally tell me the comments.
Fuck yeah. And I'll be up till 4 a.m. like it was last night, just replying and commenting shit. Like, I got no problem with when you're in this state. We call it a flow state, right? You could call it, high vibration energy. You could call it good energy. Whatever terminology resonates with you the most and allows you to absorb the information without labeling it or attacking it, right? When we're following our excitement, that's the biggest lesson I've learned these past couple weeks from spiritual teachers like Bashar and just from my own experience applying it. This is what I firmly believe. Our purpose in life is to follow our excitement. This is the most exciting thing in this moment, is this podcast. And the past couple days working with Darrel, creating accounts, talking about it, having multiple conversations for hours. And it felt like we were talking for 5 minutes because it just happened. It was in this flow state. When you're following your excitement, reality speeds up because you're operating not from the egoic logical mind. It's not heavy energy. It's not dense energy. It's not exhausting to vibrate at this frequency. Excitement is the purest form of self-expression. If you think to how we were created, right? Sex. We have sex. That's kind of exciting, It's exciting to have sex. So by default, creation itself is excitement. It's the purest form of self-expression. And when you're doing that, you're in this awesome flow state where things are happening. You're getting exactly what you need when you need it. You're living in a state of true abundance. And that's the most important thing, I think, man. And I want you to, when I'm done here, Darrel, to touch on and respond. I would like your thoughts on this as well. But I think this is the most powerful thing to experience and which will enable you to access your consciousness. Number one, by applying it in your life, by following your excitement. But number two, feeling the energy, just even through audio. It's electric, man. I'm fucking feeling it in my body and just, in combination working with Darrel recording right now. Just feeling it will start to sync you to that energy and transform you. And this fucking shit right here, most of the world, the planet is asleep. They're unconscious. Like, this is needed. I don't want $1 billion. Like, I just want everybody to wake the fuck up.
And wow, I mean, this shit right here, man.
I got excited there, bro.
Yo, I'm excited too. Yo, guys, listen carefully. This shit right here, man, is that fire. For real. Yo, guys, following your highest excitement level is something magical. It is a feeling that is within you at all times. Bashar really emphasizes on this. You are connected to an entity that is you. It's on a higher dimensional plane. And this you that is above this matrix, above time and space, outside of circumstances, outside of paying the bills. This being knows your true feelings, your true wants, your true desires. So when you simply align yourself to the highest excitement level, you are accessing higher dimensional knowledge. You are getting things quicker, obtaining things faster, reaching goals that you thought would take years in a matter of seconds. And it's all possible through your highest excitement level.
By accessing your motherfucking consciousness. Boom! Mic drop, bro. That was amazing.
Boom. Access your motherfucking consciousness. And listen, guys, if you're probably thinking, yo, how are these guys cursing and having a consciousness podcast? Listen to me, man. If cursing was not a part of consciousness, it wouldn't exist.
Boom! Out fucking A, bro. Fuck, that was beautiful. Well fucking said. If you can't make fun of yourself, if you can't, like, no part of reality should be off limits. Like, we're not cursing every single word. We're using it in a fun way. We're using it in an excited way. We're not using it to tear people down or excessively. We're not twisting it. We're making fucking love to the moment. All right. We're making love to what feels good and what's exciting. And that's what life is about. Every moment should be a surprise. It should be awe-inspiring. It should be awesome. You should be laughing. It should just be fucking like your mind's being blown. And for it to be at such a point in society, in culture, that to just live each moment like that is insane. It's like unthinkable. This is very sad, and this is what is going not needs to change. It is already changing. The fucking whole planet
already.
The human race, is consciousness on a whole, is awakening, and yeah, fuck yeah, I'm pumped.
I'm pumped too, man. This is the best goddamn podcast I ever heard. No cap. No cap. This is the best podcast I ever heard. I ain't never heard a podcast like this. Hold up.
Oh, bro, life is good, man. This is cool. Like, you guys listening at home, like, I'm literally just laying in bed. Like, I'm so content. And this is how I've been all day long, right? Periods of being triggered here and there, but even that's like learning, and that led me to where I am now. That triggered moment was what I needed to kind of get to this moment here. And look, maybe that was for a reason. Maybe now we can talk about it and use it as great content. You can't create friction and resist the moment. You just have to accept what is, follow your excitement, and that will inevitably lead you to where you want to go.
Man, I just have to say something really fast. Dante and I, we both have podcasts. And this has made me realize, I've had an epiphany just talking right now. I've been taking my podcast way too fucking seriously. This podcast is way more light and energy. I'm telling you, from now on, every episode is going to be light. Why am I trying to constrict myself to a format that is not fully aligned with who I am? Who am I trying to be? What am I trying to prove? You know? Just be.
Yes, I love that, man. And 100% dude. And this is why it's so powerful and why, I believe that this is like, it's destiny, it's fate, dude. It's already predestined that this is going to happen. The fact you and I are getting together in combination and working together, because we can help each other up when we fall. Like when I got triggered, what if I didn't have you right there in that moment to kind of, bounce back from, man? We're able to enhance our energies, combine it, amplify it even further, and teach each other about different things. It's fucking magical, dude. Like 100%, man. Like, fuck.
Man, this is amazing. And guys, every podcast, if you're thinking right now, you're like, what am I going to expect from now on? What am I going to feel?
We don't even know that.
Okay,
that's like asking, that's like asking, like, what's gonna happen in the next moment? A fucking meteor could hit. You could meet the love of your life. Like, everything. Like, we can't predict that, and because we're not questioning, we're not trying to predict it. It's just gonna happen, man. We have infinite. We could make 1,000 episodes and never run out of content ever.
Guys, you have no idea what we're doing, but fuck it. You know what I mean? Let's just, dude, we know a lot of stuff, and simultaneously we don't know shit. So you're gonna go for a ride on this podcast. It's gonna be fun, definitely. Just think of it like you're on a long car ride with some old friends, and you're just chopping it up.
I really, really love that analogy. That's kind of perfect, man, and kind of beautiful. Like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what happened when Dante and I first reconnected. We're like, dude, the first phone call was 2+ hours. First phone call.
I got the screenshot to prove it.
Dude, that was the second phone call. That was a screenshot.
Oh fuck, that's right. That's probably 5 to 6 consecutive hours.
5 to 6 consecutive hours. Damn.
Not even recorded.
Not even recorded. I think this podcast is 20 minutes now. I think. But at the same time,
look, listen, everybody at home, I genuinely, with every fiber of my soul, mean this. It literally feels like we just started recording right a second ago. That's how it feels.
Facts.
It's
not crazy.
It's unbelievable. I know we already said follow your excitement repeatedly and that things speed up. I cannot fucking tell you just how fast you are going, and man, I'm just kind of fucking my jaw's about to like just drop open because it keeps proving it to itself again and again and again and again. Yeah, but I'm talking way too much, man. Say some shit. Drop some knowledge bombs. I'm fucking hawking this shit. Take the mic.
Yo, my boy passed me the mic. He said, "Watcha." All right, I'm gonna grab the mic. Yo, guys, listen to me, guys, and girls, and men and women. I hope not no children, because we be cussing on this podcast. If you got children, you should honestly put on some headphones. Oh Lord. You gotta teach those children the PG version of what we're talking about. But listen, it's something that I learned, a major epiphany, and maybe this will help you. I know this will help you. I know it. And when I first heard this, I heard this a long time ago, and it didn't really sink in when I heard it. It took me a lot of years to really figure it out. Abraham Hicks, she has always said, if you want to stay in your current reality, then keep on vibrating on that reality. But if you want to change your reality, then simply vibrate on the way your reality should be. And what that means, very, very, very simply, if you want a certain thing in your life, you should feel as if you already have it. That's it. And you literally owe it to yourself to ignore your existing reality. Like, you literally have to ignore your existing reality. I want to hammer this point in. Let's say you're living with someone whose behavior is intolerable, right? It's just horrible to live with. You have to feel as if that person either has amazing behavior or just completely ignore their presence, totally. You either pick one. You feel like that person has amazing behavior, or you don't feel that person is there at all. But by vibrating as if the person is still there and responding and getting angry and upset, you're going to continually manifest that reality over and over and over again. Like, you have to be the change. It's a mirror. It's literally a mirror. You have to be the change. No one's going to come and change it. You have to change it. It's your responsibility.
Yeah, to add on that, man, I loved all that, by the way. I made a post a few days ago, I can't remember exactly, but it was on the topic of what do you do when somebody is projecting negative energy at you? Because you can feel it. If you walk in a room, you can feel the person doesn't have to say anything. They're vibrating at a certain frequency, and that vibration is exuding itself in the environment, and across the fucking whole universe. You can feel it. So what happens when someone's yelling at you, or they're triggered, or like I got triggered? Do you instead just sink to their energy and then get triggered, as I did an hour ago with the Facebook stuff? Or, and this is what you should be doing, is number one, feel into your excitement, right? What's the most exciting thing you can do in this moment? Is it to stay there and just kind of watch them? Maybe it's to give them like a funny look. Maybe it's to say, I love you, and then kind of walk out and then maybe call something. Maybe it's to leave the situation altogether and take a nap. But you can also respond to their, if you want to be more proactive with this, you can respond to their energy and do something like silly, right? Because when you're stuck in the egoic mind, when you're triggered, at that moment, you're not going to like do a ballerina dance and like fucking scream, I love ice cream and sprinkles. Like, you're stuck in this negative, heavy, dense energy. You want to create a reaction in the other person. They're trying to trigger you, right? That energy expands and attracts more of that energy. So if you're pissed off, you are going to lash out and project that energy to make other people react and get pissed off and become synced to your state, become in a similar state. Low vibration negative energy wants to spread itself in other people. That's why they're like spitting their venom and their toxicity at you to bring you to that same state. So if you instead like give them a little funny look, right? Maybe do a little dance, maybe just do something silly that breaks the thought pattern. They'll either move up in energy from the state they're in, the level of energy. If you want to check out a good book on this that kind of details and lays out this energy for you, check out Levels of Energy by Frederick E. Dodson. Phenomenal book. So if you do something silly, right? An example, or say, you know what, I love you, and then give them a funny, weird look or whatever. They'll either get pissed off, yell something back, and leave the situation, right? Boom, energy neutralized. It's no longer spreading. It's not spreading to you. You've neutralized their energy with your high vibrational energy. And respond with the excitement, right? Don't Don't overthink, like, what should I do? What kind of funny look? Don't even get locked up in that. Just do the most exciting thing in that moment. That's it. That's the big lock. Then, if they don't choose to be neutralized and just leave or whatever, they'll pick to move up. So they'll go, maybe they yell something at you and then they leave the room, but then they go, oh man, why was I acting like that? That was so weird. So now they're questioning themselves. They're in like a curious state. They're in an apologetic state. That they've moved up on the scale of energy from pissed off to something a little bit higher. Then maybe they start to feel apologetic, like, oh, what was wrong? Why did I do that? Fuck. And then they feel more like peace and like love, and they want to heal the relationship. They want to heal what happened, the damage, the trauma. Now you've raised them up to your vibration of peace, love, excitement, the higher levels of energy. That's the way to deal with. I don't know where I was riffing off that. I don't know what the fuck. There, yeah, I'm just gonna end there.
I have something perfectly to tie into that. Perfectly, Dante. Your reaction is your vibration, and that's essentially what he's saying right now. You understand what he's saying? A person who is triggered, they have no effect on you. They cannot touch you. It's only your response to that creates the triggered, that creates the effect. So by you taking control and just doing something silly, being happy, replying in a happy manner, responding in a happy manner, what are you doing? You're vibrating on a higher frequency. You're literally enjoying the moment. You don't have to respond so seriously. I understand we've been trained from a young age to take things seriously, but where has that gotten us? where has that gotten us?
Yeah. And see it for what it is, man. Like, everybody listening, like, it is like a disease, you know. It's like Eckhart Tolle calls it. It's a madness. It's insanity. So treat it as such. Like, just kind of look like, you know, it should be funny. Like, when they exhibit this behavior, you shouldn't be drawn to that energy and sync up with their energy. Again, this is like the golden fucking rule. I might just get this tattooed on my fucking skin because it's literally the secret to life right here, to living your purpose. The purpose of life. At least that's what I believe. It's following your excitement. What is the most exciting thing to do, right? What is the most exciting thing? Is it to make a funny face? Then do that. Is it to leave the situation? Then do that. Is it to kind of give them a look and just go, wow, you know what? It's, you know, I fucking love this person, but I gotta leave because, you know, maybe nothing exciting is coming up to respond to them with. So instead, I'm just gonna follow my excitement and get out of here. And this is not to be confused with the dirty, low vibration, frenetic, chaotic energy that, you know, maybe you want to smoke a cigarette and you're excited to smoke that cigarette. That is not excitement. That is that energy trying to manifest itself and spread and grow and expand within you. And there's a very clear distinction between pure excitement, which is self-expression, and moving lower on the scale with habits like, you know, smoking crack or shooting up heroin. Like, that person is excited to do those things, but it's the place it's coming from. You know, that it's not. It's the level, or that's the place on the scale of energy that's coming from. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and something to keep in mind. I remember a person asked Bashar that same question. They were like, "How do I determine my highest excitement level?" And Bashar's like, "You know." He was like, "You know, man, like, you know." And the person was like, "Nah, I have two distinct highest excitement levels right now." And he's like, "Then why are you using your highest excitement level to judge other excitement levels?"
Damn, that's fucking crazy.
So you don't have to think like, "Oh, I don't know my high excitement level." Just feel it, man. Okay, just feel it. Honestly, like, you know. Okay, you know. And if you don't know, then just pick it. Just decide. Just say, okay, this is my high excitement level.
Exactly. The act of not knowing what to pick is not excitement. It's not exciting to be like, unless it is, like, because it could be fucking like exciting just to contemplate your options. Like, oh, maybe I should go to Cabo, or no, wait, maybe I should go to France. That's an excited state that you're in.
Yeah, true.
Given that example, but if you're in this heavy, contracted, dense state of like, no. Exciting thing to do. Do that exciting fucking thing. And it is not. This is the magical, beautiful thing about it. It's not hard to do the exciting thing. Whatever feels easiest is most exciting. You're not feeling fear when you're excited. You're just doing what feels the best. It's easy. It's a flow state. It speeds up. It's effortless. What I'm doing right now is exciting. I can just keep talking forever. Like, it's amazing.
For real. This shit right here, man. Oh my gosh. Yo, guys, today I cracked my phone screen. I literally picked... No, true. I literally picked up my phone and it was broken. And right there was an amazing opportunity to feel sad, to feel mad, to feel upset. And I just laughed at it. I'm like, LMAO, I didn't even break this thing, but it broke. Like, you know what I mean?
That's what's up.
I was like, dude, this is amazing right now. Like, I didn't even touch it and it broke.
Hey, real quick, everybody listening, sorry to interrupt, bro. Everybody listening, go fucking 5-star, 4-star, whatever you deem is appropriate, this podcast, and leave a review right now. If you've been feeling this shit, if it's fucking resonating with you, if you are accessing your motherfucking consciousness, scroll the fuck down on iTunes, leave a fucking comment, and keep listening and enjoy.
Yo, what my man Dante just said, go do that.
No, bro, but that's a perfect example, man, because you could get hung up on everything, man. Everything.
That's true.
Everything can be either a gateway toward excitement and life and fulfillment and passion, or toward literally creating your own personal fucking hell, man. It could be a nightmarish, shadowy place that you put yourself in. And you choose. You have the power.
You have the power. Oh, dude, this is amazing. Dude, how long is this podcast, man? Oh my God, this is amazing. But it's like, it doesn't feel long, but it's a now moment. Isn't that crazy? It's like, it's a now moment that keeps on continuing. Dude, this is crazy. Yes. This is trippy.
It's funny how, like, this, every episode is kind of a demonstration of excitement and, like, higher consciousness and accessing your consciousness. Just it is like it being in existence is testament toward what you can do and what is possible and how easy, keyword being easy, it is to live in that state.
But the world needs this, man. The world needs this podcast. The world needs this stuff. Because think about what's happening. Just like you said, this is a living example. Okay, guys, I want you to think about this, right? You're listening to this podcast right now. It could be a year ago. Right now. It could be a year ago. And we're recording this shit right now. Literally right now. I haven't even edited this shit. And you're listening to an edited format with a nice old logo maybe 2 years ago.
Oh, I know what you mean now. It's still valuable too, man. It's still gold.
It's still gold. Yo, I remember back in the day when I was learning how to make a podcast, my mentor told me, Darrel, your first episode is gonna suck. He was lying, dude. This episode's fire. I don't know what he was talking about.
Yeah, man, 100%. And that it sparked something that I want to talk about. That the last 2 minutes of our back and forth, man, and everybody listening, like today, right? I'm at my family's place. Let me lower my voice because I'm still in their house and I don't want to, cause undue strife and conflict. But I was at my mom's place right now, and in the morning, they were like getting ready and getting the kids ready or something, and they were just yelling at the kids. And it's not the best environment over here, right? There's lots of drinking, there's lots of smoking cigarettes, lots of yelling, lots of negativity and toxicity. And I've had many, many fights, before I kind of woke up, and I would try to fight this energy with more of that same energy, right? Like whole cliche term, fight fire with fire. And it literally, like, I genuinely mean this. I don't want anything from any of you guys listening except for you to access your own consciousness and live an exciting and fulfilled life, live an abundant life. Because seeing, on a minor scale, from one way of looking at it, a minor scale of like kids, siblings being yelled at and they're not feeling good. Their energy's locked up. They're stifled. They eyes cast down, looking at the ground. They're insecure. That can be a minor example. It can also be something very drastic, but in relation to things like murder, rape, and I don't want to bring the energy down and make it low vibration. But to give an example in context, robbing people, stealing, verbal abuse, physical abuse, domestic abuse, violence. These are all symptoms of low vibration energy, toxic energy, heavy energy, egoic, the egoic mind being in control, and us not being in control, being the slave instead of the master of ourselves. And the way out of that is following our excitement and, living a passionate, fulfilling life. So it's in one way, looking at it, in one way it's a light thing. This podcast is funny. We've gone in all sorts of directions here. We've gone up and down. It's like a fucking roller coaster ride. But it's also, on a serious note, the end goal, the why we're doing this is to create and I'm going to say it because this is what I feel, a global change, a global helping speed up the awakening of the human race at scale. Everybody, every single human. And I think that's a worthy aim. I think that it needs to be done, and it's already happening, right? But it needs to be sped up. Like, we're supposed to contribute. This is why we're here.
And something to add to that, Dante, to give clarification, man. Guys, whoever's listening, I want you to understand this. Do you feel how open Dante just was? Like, when was the last time you heard a podcaster tell you about living situations? Like, this is what I want you to understand, man. We are not hiding anything over here. I understand every person deals with a living situation. Maybe some people don't, but you have some other situation that you gotta focus on positivity rather than negativity. But who's honestly telling you? Maybe your best friend will share the information with you, but not a stranger. This means your family. Your family here. Whoever's listening, you are a part of the family. Okay? You're literally our brother, our sister in consciousness. Like, literally, to put it in more specific terms, we're all one. But to put it in more non-specific terms, we're all individuals. So, we're gonna share our stories, man. And that was beautiful. Like, honestly, that was amazing right there. That shows me the type of honesty we're gonna bring you guys. We're not trying to hide something. We're not trying to, yeah, guys, we're all love and peace. We know everything and forget about
or buy problems. Our $99 course at the end of this episode.
For real. Like, Jesus. Hey, maybe we will have a $99 course.
Yes. And yeah, that's a good point. Not to take away from, like, look, eventually we talked about this, and we're being open with you guys from the gate. So why not be open about this? Eventually, we want to create a product together which will help wake people up if the podcast is not enough, right? We want to do seminars. We want to tour. We want to public speak. We want to give one-on-one coaching classes, kind of like in a Tony Robbins sort of fashion, to help people speed up their accessing of their consciousness, speed up their awakening. There's nothing wrong with selling a product that serves and gives value and over-delivers on value. There needs to be a yin and a yang, right? We can't just be awake 24/7 every single day. We need sleep. We need to rest. We need to give in order to receive, right? You're giving right now. You're giving your time and energy, and in exchange, we are giving value. We are syncing you up with our consciousness that, maybe to a greater degree we have access to. You're giving us something, and we're giving you something, right? And by giving, it's giving us space to then receive, right? We're giving you our time and energy. It's a back and forth. So there's nothing wrong with selling the course. I just mean that we don't have any malicious intent, obviously, if you're listening this far. You can tell we both have good hearts. We're both coming from a good place. You just feel it in the energy. Like, I don't really need to say any of this. You can just feel it.
Exactly. For real. That's what I was going to say. Like, I was literally going to say that. I was like, yo, if we decide to make a course, well, we probably will in the future, you'd know what it's going to be about. It's going to be this, but just amplified. Like, literally, anything that we create is coming from our heart space. That's where it's coming from. It's coming from the heart space. We're not coming from greed or deception. And it's so funny, guys. Like, you may not know who I am, but I'm also known as Bit Chapo. Like, I'm literally a cryptocurrency enthusiast. I love cryptocurrency. You listen to this probably thinking, wow, he loves cryptocurrency. I don't know shit about cryptocurrency. But it goes to show how dynamic we are. We have many desires. Like, we're real people. We're multifaceted. At one point, I really love to talk about consciousness. At another part, I'm really excited about a revolution in finance. And at another part, I'm really excited about touring the world and literally with my brother, like going around and doing conventions and filling out arenas and just helping people awaken their consciousness. So it's like you can be who you are. And I understand the judgment that comes with normal spirituality. People think if you're spiritual, everything's supposed to be perfect. And you're not supposed to have problems. You're not supposed to like politics or religion or sex or meat. Like,
no, big time, dude. Like,
do
like,
it. You
dude,
know what I mean?
a good
Go ahead,
sorry to interrupt, man. I just fuck you. You just sparked me, man. Like,
It's the highest excitement, bro. Continue,
and
brother.
Speaking of highest excitement, here's a damn litmus test for you guys listening. If you just heard everything you just said, touring, seminars, traveling, financial, Bitcoin, if all that shit is like, oh, nah, bro, not like, no, like, if it didn't resonate, life is easy if you're following your excitement. If you're living in a state of abundance, you're getting, which that literally means you're getting what you need when you need it. And how do you know what you need? By following your excitement. You're naturally going to get it. You don't even need to think about it. It's going to happen. And this is what I feel our purpose here, part of it, right? We have many things we're doing, but part of our purpose, a good chunk of it, is to help people access their consciousness, hence the podcast. So if that means our best way to serve you guys and help speed that process up is filling an arena full of people, it's going to happen. And it's going to be exciting. It's going to be easy. It doesn't matter what, like he said earlier in the podcast, your infinite higher self, your godlike infinite spiritual being, not your physical form. I'm talking about what you actually are. That knows what you truly desire and need. So it's going to give you that. So basically, you're playing this game of life on fucking cheat codes. Like, you're going to get the fucking tank, right? You're going to get the $1 billion. Like, whatever you need, you're going to get it.
On cheat codes. Literally. I can't even tell you some things that you're going to get because you got to wait for that shit to develop.
Damn.
For real. Because you know we're going to grow and we're going to provide so much.
Every second that passes, every more accurately, right? Time, because time can get tricky, but every moment that passes, everything is speeding up. We're learning, we're amplifying ourselves. Our ability, like, it's just growing, man. Every moment we're getting better and better and better and better and better, man. It's fucking insane.
It's true.
All right, hold on, sorry, bro. Real quick. Everybody listen. When's the last time you got into a fucking flow state where you're just like, we sound manic, but it's grounded, right? It's coming from the right energy. It's not like someone who's on cocaine who's like all over the place. No, every fucking moment should be resonating and hitting home because it's the truth. When's the last time you felt like you were in a state like this? You should be feeling like this all day long. Effortlessly, excuse me.
Yo, this that shit, boy. Yo, guys. Man, when's the last time I laughed on my podcast, man? What type of shit was that?
Hey, bro, don't beat yourself up, man. That shit happens. I feel the same way on my podcast.
True.
The interview earlier I did today, that shit was dense as fuck, man. But it's okay. That's, sometimes it's like that.
Same.
I was still excited. I still enjoyed every moment of it, even coming from that energy, man. It's a teacher, man.
True.
Like, I'm gonna go listen to your episode after we get done here. I'm gonna fucking heart the fuck out of it, comment. That shit's gonna be a beast, man. It's epic.
Hell yeah. Same thing, bro. Same thing, yo. This is fire, guys. On our Instagram, I'm gonna be creating, and Dante's gonna be creating these videos, so you can check it out on IGTV. I think I'm gonna do 5-minute clips or maybe 10-minute clips, dude. Because it seems like we're gonna be on some long podcasts. What do you think?
Yeah, fucking A, bro. I mean, every fucking we're gonna be on every platform. Number one, but number two, the amount of content,
every platform,
especially coming in 2019, it's gonna blow your fucking mind open, man.
Yeah, true. It's gonna be fucking fun. But yo, there's just one topic I really want to talk about.
Go for it.
I just had a trippy moment. I just realized I was the one recording this podcast. Like, this is me talking. Like, I had an out-of-body experience of me listening to this podcast, and I recognized I was the individual in which consciousness chose to manifest these words from.
Bro.
It was so trippy. I felt so grateful. I was like, holy shit, I'm Darrel.
I feel that, man. I feel that. Like
You feel?
I had some dreams that I shared with you, and I had some dreams. Everybody listening, that kind of it proceeded. I don't know if it was like if later that day we had a conversation, or I got in touch with you on Instagram, and then the day I had the dream in the morning, and then I kind of told you about it later on the phone. I literally had this dream where I was looking into a laptop live streaming, and there was like thousands of likes, comments, subscribers, and I was like, I felt completely in a state of contentment, bliss, and excitement. And I was like, that was so weird. Like, what the fuck did that mean? Now I know what it means. It's like a glimpse into the fucking future. Like, honestly, I know that
it's
sounds
a now moment.
Maybe some people listening, or depending on where you're at in your consciousness and what resonates and how much of the matrix you've uncovered.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Dante, hold up. Dante, do you realize what the fuck you're talking about, dude? Dude, these people already know that, bro.
Yeah.
They already know that shit. Think about it. This podcast is forever. That means someone's listening to this podcast when we're already famous, when we're already blown up, and they're like, yeah, like you guys are already big. Like that's normal.
This is gonna be some epic throwback content.
Yo, I love this shit. This shit's amazing. I want to make an episode every day. This shit's so fun.
Right?
Oh my god.
Dude, like, fuck, man. I can't just hammer it enough, man. Like, everybody listening, you should feel like this all day long with your family, with your friends, especially with your work. Work should not, it should not feel like work. Think about what I'm gonna give you like a shortened version of my day real quick, right? I posted all over on all these content or all these platforms, Instagram TV for like 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, a bunch of tweets, a bunch of Facebook posts.
Hell yeah.
If I was doing that about, let's say, what's something I'm not feeling excited about right now? Let's say fucking
politics.
I don't know, because you can make anything exciting, but yeah, politics, sure. Or why you should shoot up heroin and why it's healthy for you. Let's say I was doing it about that. Something that I could never fucking do. It's like polarizing. If I were to make all that piece of content about that, like, it would be exhausting, right? If I'm not excited about it, it's going to be exhausting, right? Live your passion. These cliche things we hear. But it's fucking true. It's fucking true. And it should feel effortless. And the hard work, all this work I did today, writing posts after tweet, after fucking caption, after filming, tweet. Recording this right now. We're almost at about an hour. It's effortless.
Yeah. Both of us posting on social media.
Yes, man. Fucking
like both of us, like Dante and I, like we straight up are producers. Like we produce on Instagram, Twitter. He's on Facebook. I used to be on Facebook. Maybe I am on Facebook when you're listening to this podcast. Like, do you know what I mean? Like we're straight out here. Like both of us recorded an interview today. Like we out
and
here,
just
bro.
Like literally, if you're watching from the gate day one, here we go. Go comment in the review section. You don't have to write a big review. Just put day one, so we know you're with us from day one.
Yeah, for real.
Go fucking do that, and just watch our progression, right? As a fun little experiment for this 2019, right? All our content's going to continuously getting better and better because this is why I know we're going to be fucking having arenas and shit, man. Because we're helping awaken all the fucking consciousness. It needs to happen.
True.
So we're going to get the best means to amplify our message. Everything's going to speed up. We're going to meet the right people. We're going to have video production fucking teams, enhanced content. Like what we need, we're going to get. And I'm not even questioning, right? I'm not trying to, that's not me speaking in existence. That's not me being arrogant. If it happens and that's what we need, then good. If not, if someone else is destined to take the reins, cool. But we're both going to be following our excitement, living a fulfilled, happy, joyous life regardless. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Absolutely. Like Bashar says, following our highest excitement level with no expectation of the outcome.
100. 100.
Man, that's just what it is.
I felt, man, I don't know if this is the same for you, but for a long time there, before I, woke up, it's like I was so confused, and I would jump around. Like, I know you told me, man, you talked to me about this, trying a different bunch of things. I had a Facebook ads, advertisement business. I tried a course here, tried to start a business here. And it was just so hard, and it was confusing, and I felt like, what am I doing? It's not working. Why isn't it working? I read all these books. I did all these seminars. I tried, and it just wasn't. Why isn't it working? What's wrong with me? What the fuck is the meaning? What's the point? And it's like all of that was part of the evolution, building to this point where now we can fucking
True.
explode with consciousness and just touch everything,
True.
man. Just let it like I don't
So
even know,
thankful.
dude. Like fucking like a wildfire, man.
We're ready,
A
bro.
presence and high vibration
Well,
energy just across the entire planet, the fucking universe.
We're ready, bro. That's what it is. It's like, I remember, like I mentioned to you guys in the beginning, I started out trying to make money online. That was the goal. I wasn't awakened. I was just chilling, and then all of a sudden I woke up through an Abraham Hicks video, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I continued to try to make stuff online. I think I've tried maybe 40 different ways to make money online, and I failed in every one of them. I just never stopped. I just never stopped. I knew there was something at the end of the road, or at the beginning of my life. I knew there was something, and this is it. This is one of these somethings. You know, like podcasting, learning how to podcast was an excitement level. You know, cryptocurrency, huge excitement level, still is, always will be. Just being in this flow state, messaging Dante, big excitement level. All of a sudden, we discovered a destiny.
Man. Hell yeah! It's I was watching some of David Icke's video. I've never heard of this guy until last night, and I'm kind of blown away. I bought his book, dude, for real. And I literally bought his book.
No way.
Himself, right after watching.
You just heard this guy last night, bro?
Video. I was sold. I'm like, this guy knows what the fuck he's talking about.
Oh my gosh!
But he talks about like, he talks about this like theory, right? He has, and I'm not really gonna go into it because it was like an hour-long video describing everything about the theory that kind of culminated and built and had it made sense. But basically, he proposed at the end of the video that we're living in a like different, like a shadowy reality that's not really reality, and that might not make any sense. It might make total sense, right? Depending, whatever. But you can look at it from this filter, which will make it make sense in simpler terms. Everybody is asleep to their consciousness. Because if they were awake, we would all be following our excitement. Life in general would be exciting. The very idea of living in this almost, what do they call it? What do they call it when like everybody's happy? Like they have a name for it. Like, yeah, euphoric. Euphoria. Like there's a term for that kind of culture. Utopia, right? Like this golden age. It's such a foreign idea. Yeah. Like, oh, that would never work. It's this and this. Mm-hmm. We should all be following our excitement, and that's it. That's it. Fuck yeah.
I love this shit, dude.
A good mission for you guys listening at home, if you want to apply this right now. For the next 24 hours, right? You go to bed, you wake up. Starting then, the next 24 hours, follow your greatest excitement within any given moment. If that means you wake up and you're like, man, I really want some coffee, right? Like I felt this morning, get some coffee. Boom. When that ends, the excitement ends, you have your coffee. Okay, what's the next exciting thing? You know what? Fuck it. I want to go for a jog, right? Or maybe I want to just go sit down and watch some TV. But the key is, that doesn't mean then slip into an unconscious state where you're just zombied out at the TV. If it's exciting to watch your favorite show, an episode, then when you watch the episode, you're feeling good and you're like, but it starts to ebb, and then something else comes up within you that you're excited about, you want to try, you want to do. Maybe it's starting a podcast. Maybe it's calling that friend or family member you haven't talked to in a while. Maybe it's, fucking drawing a fucking picture in your notebook. I don't know what it is for you, right? Whatever your excitement dictates. For the next 24 hours, if you want something practical, if you really want to experience this, because I have no shadow of a doubt that this is going to work for you, because it's the law of the universe. It's fucking physics. Next 24 hours, follow your greatest excitement within any given moment. Don't question it. Don't try to how is it going to happen? What from A to B? Just follow your greatest excitement within each moment, because it takes a level of courage if you're stuck in your egoic mind. It takes courage to follow it if you're coming from that paradigm. But if you're just letting it happen, letting the excitement take you, it's easy, it's effortless, and you'll get exactly what you need. You have to trust in your higher self, not be the slave to your mind. Be the master. Let your higher self flow through you in this flow state, in excitement, the greatest, highest form of energy. It will transmute everything.
It will transmute everything.
Hey, and part of fucking being present in high vibration is being able to make fun of yourself. If you're taking yourself too seriously, you are not doing it right.
Facts. Big facts. Big facts. Come on, son. Yo, Come on, son. You ever seen a monk, a Buddhist monk? You ever seen how chill those dudes are, man? Those dudes are so chill. Like
The most unreactive motherfuckers I've ever seen in my life. Yo, that's how you're gonna be on your deathbed, man. Like dying and then coming back. Like, what? Oh fuck, I'm back.
Yo, you know how many times you must have died and came back and shit? That shit's so funny. God damn it. This could be our 500th episode of Life. Season 5.
Yes.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, man. Speaking of Game of Thrones, how fucking excited are you for that shit?
Bro, I love Game of Thrones. And listen, I know there's a lot of conscious motherfuckers on this podcast. And you're probably thinking, God damn it, you guys still watch TV. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with TV, okay? I like it. Leave me alone. I like Game of Thrones. I ain't gonna stop, okay? I low-key, high-key have a crush on, what's her name, dude?
What, Daenerys?
Yeah, bro. Daenerys Stormborn. Oh my.
Yeah, man.
Goodness.
She's just an awesome human being.
Yeah,
in
bro,
every capacity.
Every capacity. Every time I see her act in like a different thing, I'm like, yeah, that's still Daenerys Stormborn. I don't care what your role is. You're always Daenerys Stormborn.
And yo, you guys listening, right? What he said about watching TV, it like everything in our reality, it's here to be experienced. It's here to follow your excitement, right? That's like saying fucking planes shouldn't exist or this shouldn't exist. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's like the reality shouldn't exist. Everything is here to be experienced and to be fueled as excitement. So how do you? I think we've been. Let me know how you feel, man. But I think we've gone like pretty good amount for this first episode. How do you want to close? How do you want to draw this to an ending, and leave the people with something that they take? I don't know. What are you feeling right now?
Dude, this is so trippy because I'm like half here and half outside of here. Like I'm like listening to this podcast and really enjoying it, and then I remember that I'm making it. So it's like
perfect, dude. That's the ultimate balance, man. That's it right there, dude. Holy shit.
True. I mean, yeah, you're right. Powerful. I've never experienced this in my other podcast. It's because I'm fully here. That's it, isn't it? I'm fully here. I'm not thinking about anything. I'm just here right now.
And we have each other's energies to play off of too, man. I think that helps a lot,
Yeah,
two people are stronger than one. There's a reason for that because we're combining our energy. We're creating this hybridized energy. God, there we go.
True. Okay, this is how we're gonna end it. I'm gonna end it right now. Listen, guys, follow us, subscribe to this podcast, man. You already are. I know you are. But to the beginners, to the now moment of someone in the early phases of this podcast, to that person in that now moment, follow us, man. Enjoy this journey.
And go drop day one below in the comments or review section immediately, right now.
Boom. Go drop that shit.
And we will reward you with our attention and later on with different fucking means of rewarding just to make it more exciting. If it's just sending you guys a t-shirt or fucking money or whatever's most exciting, it will happen. But fucking don't even think about that. Go drop day one immediately. Now.
Yeah, go do that shit. Oh man, guys, listen, man, I love you guys. Thank you for listening to us.
Yes, much fucking love from me as well. You can close out, man, but thank you guys so fucking much from me, and he will end with his bit, but I appreciate you guys so fucking much. It takes courage to it's part of your evolution. It's going to happen regardless. It might be David Icke, it could be Bashar, it could be Aaron Dowdy, it could be RC Tyler, whoever.
Could be Dante
You're meant
Hitt.
to find us, though. You're listening to us this first episode.
Could be Darrel, Bryan.
This podcast.
It could be anybody, but you chose us.
And thank you. Thank you for giving us your time and energy. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. I love that you're coming with us on this epic fucking journey of accessing our consciousness. It's beautiful. Thank you so much. Darrel, brother, close out, man. This is epic. Thank you. Thank you for having me too, man, by the way.
Yes. Thank you for having me, Dante. I really appreciate that. All right, guys, listen up. We love you. Okay, we really want you to take that away from this episode. re-listen to this thing multiple times. If you're driving, replay it, but focus on driving, but listen to it again. If you're chilling at home, listen to it again. Tons of gems, tons of knowledge, and listen to all the other episodes. We're going to be continuing to post. Follow us on the social media, in the description, and we love you. Alright guys, peace, love, and light to all my reflections. And we're gonna see you next episode.